Bhairaja Pandey sir, welcome to the Gorkha Spirit.
Thank you very much. I am delighted to be here.
Pakistan-India conflict, tensions, you have seen very closely. So what's your opinion? What do you think about this issue?
It's a historical issue. The conflict has been there since the time of creation of Pakistan. It has never been resolved. Both countries have played it unfair. India has played it unfair and Pakistan also has played it unfair. Their strengths are different. India is a strong country, emerging economy, world power. Pakistan economy is in a bit of a disarray. It's a very fragile country. But many of the problems of Pakistan today have been created in the past. Pakistan is one of the biggest victims of terrorism. India is talking about terrorism from Pakistan, but Pakistan is a victim. For many years in Pakistan, during the Russian occupation of Afghanistan, many terrorist groups were funded by Western countries. And those terrorist groups did not disappear after the war. They are still there. The war ended. While the war lasted, these terrorists, Mujahideens and all of these people, Tashkar-e whatever different names, they were considered freedom fighters. The day Russians left Afghanistan, they became terrorists. So, they did nothing, they were the same fighters, but the Russians left and that day they became known as terrorists. One interesting incident I will tell you is there were some of these people that needed to return to Egypt. Those days I was in Egypt and the war ended, people wanted to return to their homeland and I told the government to take them back. They said, they are terrorists, sir. I said, excuse me, you send them, no? He said, yes, sir, we send them as freedom fighters. But now the Russians have left, now they have become terrorists. So for doing nothing, from freedom fighters they went on to become terrorists. See, we human beings, we label people like that. Now, Pakistan has lot of remnants, they are remaining, these people have not disappeared. There are thousands of them all over. So that conflict exists and India for now has taken a fairly belligerent attitude towards it, not a sympathetic. India should basically be taking a sympathetic attitude to Pakistan. They should be saying, you are our small brother, you have a problem of terrorism, we need to help you solve it, we will assist you. How can India help you? Not to go and bomb terrorist targets, but to tell Pakistanis, look brother, we separated after independence, now you need help with your terrorism, we have technology, we have economy. India is one of the fastest growing economies in the world now. India has strong leadership. India has to say, we will help you out of this mess. India cannot say we are going to bomb you and you are responsible without even investigating it. They haven't even investigated them.
So do you think Pakistan will be responsible for this terrorist attack in Pahalgam?
We don't know that. It may be.
What do you think?
I don't know, because the Pakistanis have said, please let us investigate. It may be, because Pakistan army sometimes is allied to some of these terrorist groups, sometimes, not always. It may happen. Pakistan is saying, please let us investigate, and if we are investigate and find out, and if we are responsible, you hold us accountable. But you are refusing to investigate. You are holding us culpable right from the beginning. So that is unfair. I think that's an unfair position from India. And what is expected, what I would expect as a person who studied in India, as a person who loves India, is that India should take a more sympathetic, more considerate, more loving attitude towards Pakistan, as it should with all other neighboring countries, with Nepal, with Bangladesh, with all of it. We are not, we are theoretically, we are equal, but we are not equal in many other fronts. The sovereign equality of nations is a myth system that we have propagated, but now what we have to do is to make sure that we get big powerful people, countries to look after, understand sympathetically to smaller countries. I think that attitude would be serving better. Now, the alternative to that is a nuclear war. And what happens if you beat your younger brother to death? What will he do? His only option is to use the nuclear. Only thing he has left is nuclear power. You use it. So this is dangerous for all of us.
So you just was Kashmir issue from the very beginning, very minutely as well. So what's who is the main just like a troublemaker in Kashmir issue, Pakistan or India?
Both are equally responsible. Both. It was a very painful process. Creation of Pakistan was a very painful process, and the war that happened soon after, and then in the subsequent wars, it only made it worse. And India of late took away the special status of Pakistan. Then there was a king in Pakistan who was a Hindu. They got them to accede to join India in some way, but at that time the agreement was to have two prime ministers, one in New Delhi, one in Kashmir. They were to have two flags, they were to have two national anthems. So it was supposed to be separate for all practical purposes. But in the process of the conflict, they violated all these agreements now. As a result, what happened is that both parties are at fault, and now each one is trying to sell their side of the story. The Americans want India on their side because they think that it's a leverage against China. So they want to shift all their production, everything from China to India. But the Chinese are supporting Pakistan here. So it's a very complicated dynamic situation, and things will only get complicated. And unless India becomes more benevolent, more understanding, things will easily get out of hand.
So India attacked in Pakistan. There are two just like statements nowadays. The Modi is hurried to attack in Pakistan because of the internal affairs and the external pressures. So do you think it's internal or external?
I think India is under a very strong Hindu leadership. For a Hindu leadership, it is important to appear them to be tough against the Muslims. So that is Modi's upbringing. External pressures have told Modi actually not to overdo it, because they don't want a nuclear confrontation. So mostly it is internal. Now there is elections coming up in India, and this will give the present government more leverage in terms of the people's votes and all of that.
So for the just like votes, Modi did that, it means?
I think that is part of the calculation. When politicians calculate, they calculate different things. They calculate political benefit to them, cost to the country, image, their next election prospects, all these are calculated. So what he has done right now is has done a calculated attack on Pakistan. They haven't attacked the military. They have said they have only attacked terrorist bases. terrorist bases. So, they say it is a limited and self-contained. So, they think that this will be the end of the matter, but Pakistan for its own sake will feel that they have to retaliate, because they have India has gone ahead without the investigation, without establishing that Pakistan government is responsible for these acts, or there is a connection between the terrorist act and Pakistan government. They could have done that, they could have waited to establish that, then they could have done so, but they did not do that. So, as a result it is a bit nebulous. So, it could be if Pakistan says I do not want to continue any further, we may have a de-escalating effect, or otherwise this may escalate much further.
If India lost the war, what will be the situation?
India is not likely to lose the war, but what will happen is that Pakistan could suffer severe damage, because it is much smaller in capacity. It cannot fight India in any way, but what it can do is it can cause lot of damage. You see, wars are very easy to start. Wars hardly ever end, they continue. We have seen this war, we have seen wars everywhere. What happened in Gaza? We all thought it was going to be over in few weeks, right? It is still going on after 18 months. So, wars do not end very easily. So, this is a particularly disturbing aspect of that situation, and let us hope that it will gradually de-escalate, but we will have to see.
Thank you sir for joining with us.
Thank you very much.